Hey guys, Darthwing here, and you're watching the second part of the making of Cake Please. So in this tutorial, we will cover up on how to export your low poly model from 3ds Max into Zbrush, and from there we'll do some extraction on our base model, and we'll be using different kinds of brushes to sculpt the details of the cake. And after that, we'll use decimation and export the sculpted model back to 3ds Max. So let's get ZBrushing. Okay guys, so now we will export our low poly model to ZBrush. As you can see here, my low poly model cake is not on the 0 axis. So there's either two ways to export it. Either if you want a symmetry in ZBrush, you need to set the pivot point of your low poly model to 0, which is this here. And if you have already placed it on your scene, then that's fine, as long as you don't use the symmetry in ZBrush. And for this tutorial, I will just show you on how to export using the low poly model on the 0 axis. Okay, so let's export this whole cake here. So what you'll do is just go to this menu and export selected, and I've made a folder here and choose OBJ and then whole cake. Just type whole cake or ZBrush. And then this menu will pop out, and just leave this one as it is, and faces will be quads. Don't flip this YZ axis. And then let's just click export, and then done. And then let's go to ZBrush. So once you open the ZBrush, you go to tool menu and import, and then let's just go to desktop, and then let's open this OBJ file that we exported from 3ds Max. And then so on this viewport, you just drag that low poly model that you've exported. Okay, so just drag, and now as you can see, it's in our canvas, 2D canvas. Right now it's just in a 2D canvas. So if you drag and drop that one, it will just produce anywhere you click, because this one is still in a 2D canvas. So if you want it to be in a 3D canvas, you'll click it, click the edit button here, which is T. The keyboard shortcut is T. So let's just initialize this one, or Control N for new. So let's just import it again. Okay, and then T. So here it is, our low poly model. And to remove these guys here, you just need to click steady Control N, and I'll show you how to navigate in ZBrush. For rotation, just left click, steady left click from the outside of the model. And then for the zooming in, you can either choose click this one. Scale is just a zoom in, it doesn't scale up the real model. But for the shortcut key, you'll just click Alt, steady Alt, and then mouse, left click mouse, and then release Alt, and then you can just drag up and down then it will just zoom in or zoom out. Okay. And now we'll start sculpting. So our geometry now is pretty low poly. So if you go to polyframe, that is Shift F, you'll see the polygon is the same as the 3D Max. And to subdivide this one, you go to geometry and then click divide. But for this one, we want to maintain the shape of this cake. So we'll just turn this one to this smooth button here and then click divide. So if you refresh your draw polyframe, so now it has more additional frames added, polygons added. So before it was 184 polygons, now it has 800. And then after that, we'll go to CQ measure. So after we divided to subdivision 2, let's go to Z measure and then click this one. So what this guy does is that it retopologizes the mesh. Just click this one. So now it's it has 9,000 polygons now, and then the mesh is almost quite perfect. And then let's just do some smoothing for the edges. Okay, for the draw size, you can either click this one here. And then, by the way, I'm using a Wacom tablet. It's very important to use a Wacom tablet because it can give you fall-offs on your sculpting, and if you use a mouse, it's very difficult to achieve what sculpting that you want, and it will take time or even impossible to achieve that kind of sculpting. So better have a Wacom tablet when you use Zbrush. Okay, so after I've measured on that one, okay, so we'll smooth these ones out and go to brush or keyboard B, or here you can just navigate on the brushes here, and then for the smooth you can just click steady shift. So when I click steady shift, it will just go to this smooth brush here. Okay, and so let's smooth these guys here. So gently just smooth it out. So our reference will be to achieve these 4 layers of subtools for our cake. Okay. Now I'm just smoothing it out. So as you can see, when I'm not clicking the shift, it will go back to the brush that you choose, which is the standard brush. Okay, so let's just say that it's already finished, and then open here in the subtool. So we will extract some details on this one so that we can create these layered objects here, like the cream and the chocolate, I mean the caramel and the main cake. Okay, so this will be our base mesh for extraction. What you'll do is you go to subtool and then extract. So before that, we'll do the masking first on where to extract on the model. So we'll subdivide this one again because our polygons are not enough. Maybe we'll subdivide one more. So go to geometry and then, oh wait, subdivide another one, so it will be 38,000 or more. Anyway, we can decimate, we can use the decimation later. And let's just maybe then delete lower. So now our lowest polygon is 38,000 and our second subdivision is 153. Maybe we'll do another extraction of subdivision of 600. So now we'll do some masking. So what I did was just click control here on this empty canvas, steady control, and then click on the mask on the base model. And actually we'll just select it all, and then so these are, that means that it's been masked, all of the model. And now we will unmask some objects. Just lower the row size here, and then to unmask some parts you can just click Control and Alt, steady. So that's steady, Control and Alt. As you can see, it's changing to a mask when I click Control. Oh, sorry about that one. So now I'm holding steady Control and Alt, and then just brush. Okay. Yeah, just get this one bigger. Okay, since we won't be doing any, the chocolate icing won't be at the bottom, so we'll just unmask that one also. So click Control again, steady Control and Alt, and then just drag so it unmasks everything at the bottom, and then we'll just lower the row size and mask something here. Maybe later I will show you how to navigate in Zbrush again with another tutorial. Oh, sorry, to pan on the inside Zbrush, you just need to click steady Alt, and then on the open space you just drag your tablet here, I mean your Wacom pen, so you can just pan around. Okay, so this will be our top icing here, this caramel icing, and then let's just clean these ones up. Okay, so now we have, oh, let me just do the dripping of the chocolate cake. So I'm just going to do a quick one here, not really detailing much because it will take time for this tutorial to finish. So let's just say we are done for the caramel icing on top. Okay, so let's just say we're done with it, and now it's time to extract from the base model. So just go to Subtool again, and then click Extract. Sorry. So now it's extracting that mask. Oh. So now as you can see, that one is just a preview. So if I rotate on the blank canvas here, it will be turned off again. But this one, the thickness is a little bit too thick. So what we'll do is we'll just control it here, maybe 0.01, and then let's do it again. Let's do extract. So when you click extract, it doesn't mean that it's already produced, it's just giving you a preview. So it's extracting now. Okay, so let's just say, okay, if you want to remove these ones here, you can just unmask again, because it was not unmasked so that clean. Okay, I think that thickness is fine, so let's extract again. Okay, so, oh, sorry. So once you've extracted that mesh based on the masking that you did, you can accept it clicking this button here. So it will directly add another subtool, which is this guy here, and if you just remove this mask on the new extract subtool, the way you do it is just click on the blank canvas, control steady click, steady control, and then drag, and it will just remove that mask. And also to the main base model, which is this one, which has still the mask, we'll just steady control and then drag, so it will just delete that mask. So let's say you have this one as your icing, right? Um, let's just change the color of this. Anyway, we'll just change it later. Okay, so to achieve this kind of smoothness here, it's pretty simple. You just go to smooth brush again, which is steady shift. But before that, we'll make the draw size bigger. Okay, so steady shift, and then just steady shift, but go to the subtool first here, and then just reveal that one. So you'll know that you're in this subtool when it's highlighted. So steady shift again. So now you have an icing chocolate cake or something. It's really nice though when you do the smooth. It creates that icing effect. So let's just say if you want to move these guys here on top, on the top. So we'll do another. We'll use another brush. So go to brush menu again, and then which is a snake brush, a snake hook brush. So what this brush does is it moves your geometry based on which direction you choose. But just be careful because the geometry will mess up. But still, you can do zero measure. So let's just say if you want to move this one up. So you can still shape. And then you can still, while you're in this brush, you can still do the smooth brush while steady shift. So everything much you can apply this one to any food modeling that you have in mind. So you can make it thinner. So if we view the polyframe, so now it's in 1.4 million. I think it's including, yeah, including all of this too. So you can just move this one. Let's turn it off. So there's nothing fancy here, just we're using the snake hook. Or you can just push them around inside that cake. So okay. Or even this one you can make it big. Depends on the how you prefer it. Okay, so let's just say it's already finished. We're forming the shape of the icing. Now we'll add some details like this strokes here, icing strokes. What the brush that I'll be using will be the clay buildup. So now we're on the intensity of 20, and let's just make the draw size a little big. So what I did was I just brush all the way and then just steady shift again just to smooth those rough strokes of the brush. Sorry about the mic, it's too close to my throat and I don't have a nice mic to record my voice. So as you can see, we're building up the icing now. So it's up to you. Sorry, it's up to you on which stroke you want or how the shape of your cake will look like. Or even at the top, we can do that one. By the way, we'll use under the alpha menu, go to modify. We'll use go to brush menu and then under modifiers, auto masking, just click this back face mask. What it does is, if you will turn this off, the base mesh, what it does is doesn't affect, if you have a very thin geometry, it doesn't affect on the other side. The last time we did some sculpting, we didn't turn that on, so the other face was affected. So for when we turn that back face mask under the brush menu, under auto masking, it will only sculpt on the surface which your pen tablet will hit the mesh. So let's say that one. So as you can see, it didn't affect the backside of the mesh. So that's a good thing, because if you keep in sculpting and that back face mask is turned off, then it will affect the other side, especially if it has a thin mesh. So like that. So we need just to turn that on. Okay. So now even if I do the alt means subtract. Alt. It doesn't do anything. Let me just check. Okay. Maybe that was too much subtraction. Okay, I'll do some sculpting here. So we can do a circle here. Maybe subtract again, which is steady alt. Undo, Control Z. And then smooth. So as you can see, it's changing from smooth to clay buildup. So every time you click that steady shift. And then alt again to subtract, just to form some details on our icing. Okay, so there's one technique also for the smooth. Let's say if you're brushing like this one, right, and you want to smooth it out, so steady shift. But the thing is, it's not that really smoothing all those lines. So what you'll do is while you're holding steady shift and sculpting, let's say one, right, and then while you're holding steady shift and then smooth, you can release shift, and then it will go much smoother than the original smooth brush. Okay, so just I'll show you again. So I just brush and then steady shift and then release steady shift. So let's just say that we're finished with the icing on top, and we'll create another one um, for this white icing here. So let's go to our base model again, and then let's do some masking again. So let's just hide this main icing here, and then we'll do some masking again. So steady control. Let me just check how many layers. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it will be 1, 2. Okay, so this one will be our white icing in between, and let's just remove these guys here. So Control Alt, and then steady Control Alt. Okay. Wait. Then let's remove this last part. Let's just check if there's still more. Okay. So we're now clear with the masking. Now we'll do another extraction. Okay. Okay, maybe we'll just paint some more of this dripping icing here. Let's just extract it later. And then maybe we can do some imperfections with it. So that's steady Control and Alt. Okay, so let's say we're done with it. Let's extract again, and then just accept. Okay, so now it still have the mask, so just click steady Control, and then drag on the blank canvas, and also for this one. Okay, now let's just turn on the top icing for our reference. So this one will be our white icing here. So we'll smooth it out again. So steady shift. Let's just make this draw size bigger. Steady shift. So if you don't want this kind of effect here, you can just undo that one and mask it out again and extract it. Sorry for my cough, it's winter here in Perth, so it's a little bit cold. Okay, so let's say we're done with the smoothing, and we'll just do another snake hook brush just to these guys here at the back of the main icing. Okay, small the draw size. So with the snake brush, you can actually make different shapes out of it. Pull or distort the shapes. We can pull this one. Oh, we can pull this one back. I'll push it back. So now it's revealing the chocolate icing on top. Okay, for now we're just gonna smooth it out again. So increase the draw size and then steady shift. Okay. So now we're done with the white icing here, and what we'll do is do another layer of the cake, which is the base model. Although we have that one already, which is this one, but what I did on that model is I've extracted another part in between these three icings here. So let's just hide that one. and we'll mask again in here on the base model. So just steady control, and then drag. And then steady control again, and with steady alt, and just drag just to deselect those. And then we'll just brush these ones out. Okay. So if this tutorial is too dragging for you, you can just skip it. Anyway, the process is still the same when I'm sculpting. Okay. So now if we hide that one, we have this base cake here, which we'll do another extraction. Okay, so let's say if you don't want that one, we'll just click on the blank canvas and then just unmask that one again, and this one here. Okay, I still have some here. Okay, so and let's extract this one. Oh, accept. And now just unmask that one on our base model, and then this one too. Just click and drag, control steady, so it will unmask it. Okay, so now we have this cake here, and then let's smooth it out. Set a shift and just brush it all over. Okay, so let's say you want to create some distortions in your, or deformations in your mesh here, since we'll be doing some lot of contours on the base cake. So what we'll do is we'll use the blob brush and then go to stroke, color spray, and then turn this off, RGB. RGB, it produces the color, so it will paint on the model, so it will just turn this on off. Okay, and then just brush on the model, so it gives you that variations of bubble kind of thing, and we'll just do this one on the other layers. So it's almost like a noise, but more precise. So now for this model here, it's around 253,000. But if we add it up all, it's around 1.8. So let's say we'll show the icing cake. Okay, so now it's overlapping on our model. What we'll do is we'll just do snake brush again. Okay. Okay, so we'll just use the snake hook brush. I think I'll just break this video because it's almost 1 hour now. So third part will be the exporting and the animation. Where's that one? Okay, so that one will be so we'll just hide this top cake here. Okay. I think we're pretty much done with it. Okay, so if you're confused with the subtools, then you can just assign some colors on it. So let's say this one will be the base, right? So what you'll do is go to this color here, I mean this shader. We'll just use the skin shader, and then right now any color that you choose are affecting all the geometry, even if they're in different subtools. So let's say, let's call it, the main base model will be dark. Okay, so you go to mRGB here, and then go to color, and then fill object. So it will fill the object, which is the one that you selected on the subtool, to fill that color. Okay, so as you can see, it's filling it up, and so that's our base there, the bottom. And then we'll pick this one, which is our another base cake. Okay, let's just apply that one, and then this one will be our white icing here. Okay, fill that one out, and then for this one it will be our chocolate. So just go to color. As long as you're in mRGB mode, it will affect the material and the fill object just in Zbrush. It doesn't have any unwrap yet or anything, or UV map. So on part 4 I'll show you on how to export and using this animation master and export it back to 3ds Max. Okay, so thank you for watching.